welcome to a special edition episode of Along the Rock. My name's Emma Watts, the studio manager here at the radarfreepress, and they let me host an episode for once. Today's guest grew up here in Rock Falls and is now an actor and filmmaker based in New York City. You may know him, we all love him, and he has a Kevin Bacon score of 1. Frank Harts.
Well, thanks for being here, Frank.
So thank you, Emma. Thank you for having me.
Yes. We were here in Flip Side Café in Rock Falls. We have 2 wonderful drinks.
They are wonderful. A little flat white action.
Ooh, I got a chai. I'm opted for the chai latte.
Cheers.
So, thank you, Flip Side, for letting us film here and for providing the amazing drinks. They are pretty amazing.
They are. They taste pretty good. You know, it's the best part of being up, pretty much, is Flip Side in your cup.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got to cut. No, just cut that out. Or just leave it in. Or leave it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was good.
I'll never do that again, I promise.
It's fine. Okay, so recently you've been behind the camera.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot behind the camera. And most notably, or perhaps more recently, you have your short film, Be True to Your School.
Yes.
Which I had the pleasure of watching.
Yes, thank you.
And it was fantastic, by the way. I loved it. My classmates loved it.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, we just actually premiered on PBS last week, I guess.
That's
and
awesome.
Now it's available nationwide on the PBS app while supplies last.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, can you kind of walk us through the production process? Were there any challenges, any standout successes, things that were fantastic, memorable moments that shaped the experience?
Yeah, you know, I just, the thing that comes to mind is that I wanted, the name of the film was Be True to Your School, right, as you mentioned, and I wanted the Beach Boys song, Be True to Your School, for the end credits, and I was all excited about that, and I called up BMI or ASCAP or one of the unions, and they were like, yeah, sure, you can totally have it, absolutely, it'll just cost you your firstborn, and a few $1 million beyond that for the rest of your life. I was like, wow, okay, so I'm going to have to come up with another way to have some end credits music that's fun. And so I, Googled all of the songs that were like, royalty free and what do you call it when the royalties run out after a certain time and it's public domain.
Yes.
And
I studied film.
And I found Pomp and Circumstance and said, okay, that's a good song. It's a song, this movie that's set in a school. And so I took Pomp and Circumstance, made my own arrangement, brought in a really fabulous singer, Madeline Ledoux, and she did a vocal arrangement with ukulele of Pomp and Circumstance, and that ended up being the end credit song in the film. But that just came out of what do they say? Inventions, the mother of necessity. Is that right? Or necessity is the mother of invention.
I always call
that's what it is.
I refer to them as I take it from Bob Ross. He says like happy little trees. Happy little mistakes
Ross
is my thing. Loved it. They're just little accidents that happen. They're great.
He was like ASMR before ASMR existed.
Yes. But yeah, I remember watching that film and Pomp and Circumstance played for the end credits.
Yeah.
And I would have never guessed that any other song you wanted any other song to go. It just flowed so well. It just worked really well.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's one of those, like you said, happy little accidents,
yeah.
and now we get a little change from it as opposed to having to pay out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like for the 5 people that download it from iTunes or whatever.
But because it's an original arrangement.
Exactly.
That it's yours.
It's mine.
You don't have to go through the process of paying other people for it. It's yours now. They can pay you if
they
want to use it.
That's right. They pay us. They pay us now.
Yes.
Yep.
Obviously, as you mentioned, kind of the industry is always evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's due to technology, shifting audience expectations, broader changes in the entertainment landscape. When it comes to producing a film, are there any particular stages like development, pre-production, funding, shooting, editing, post-production that you find more demanding or intuitive than others? I know I have my opinions.
Yes, of course.
But I know you're more of a professional. I'm in the early stages.
You're in it now, man. You're all in you're doing it for real now. So you're just like me. But the thing about it is that you see me light up. Did you see me light up when you said the word funding?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because Grandma only has so much money. Mm-hmm. an Uncle Bill or whatever. I don't think I have an Uncle Bill, but if I did, I would hope he'd have just a few extra dollars that he could put towards my productions. But after a while, it runs out. And so you have to start fundraising, and you know how it goes, and asking friends or connections of all kinds. I mean, the list is very long when you're trying to make independent film, because it costs a lot more than people think. I mean, you can shoot something on a shoestring budget on your iPhone, which I totally recommend trying. And why not? I mean, I see a lot of those films at festivals made for under $500 or even less, and some of them are really good. But for Be True to Your School, we really wanted to pull out all of the bells and whistles, and I wanted everybody to be paid, not what they're worth, because the people I worked with were like super pro, super awesome, and deserve much more. But I made sure they at least got paid and double what I had to pay them, according to like the union. And so, but that required raising money. And for like a 8-minute film, cost way more than I wanted to spend. But I did that now, and now I'll go back to making them for $5. Or actually, I think next it'll be we're gonna do a feature, and then I'll direct some television where I don't have to worry about the budget. Well, I have to worry about the budget from a different perspective, because you have a producing director breathing down your neck for television who tells you if you're going over time for each scene and come on, move it along. The studio doesn't want to spend any more time on this. It's a different kind of worrying about other people's money. But at least with indie film, I don't want to have to worry about my money anymore in terms, in terms of fundraising. So, that was the hardest part.
Funding, yes.
Funding.
I can speak personal experience as well, because I'm in the process of funding. And like you said, I have an amazing crew of people who I want to help me out with this project, but I want to make sure that they get paid for their efforts, because they deserve to be paid.
Sure they do, of course.
Sure, they're friends and classmates of mine, but
doesn't matter.
I want their talents to be worth something.
People deserve to get paid for the work that they do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very difficult process.
And it's a hard work too. Yeah, exactly.
You only have so many family members you can ask money for before they stop telling. They'll start telling you no.
For good reason. I mean, it's like, because after a while, it's like, make something that makes some money so you can do a bigger film or something. I guess.
Yeah, it's a step stool.
Yeah, it's a step. That's what short films are, right? Because most people, they ask, well, what is a short film? Like, where does it even go? Like, why even make one? And for me, and as you know already, it's a calling card so that you can get funding to make bigger projects, feature films. Maybe if you win some festivals, you can make a Marvel movie someday, or a bigger project that'll pay you royalties for the rest of your life, and fund other small. So you make the big money with Marvel or some of the other companies like that, so that you can continue to make independent projects for very little money. You can afford to do that.
I mean, you look at the Russo brothers who are directing these big name Marvel movies now. Yeah. They started with small independent short films.
Totally.
Yeah, it's each one is bigger than the one before.
You hope, yeah.
That's hopeful. That's in an ideal world. That's how it works.
So far, so good. Right?
Yes. So you mentioned that obviously you worked behind the camera recently.
Yeah.
But I know that you kind of got your start in front of the camera acting. So, could you share, now obviously there might be certain things that you can't share with us, but are there any upcoming or recent projects that you are working on? Are there any projects that you've done that have left a lasting impression? Were there any characters that stood out, characters that were difficult for you to kind of get a grasp of?
Yeah. I mean, I have some fun projects that'll be premiering this year and into next year, actually. Did a new series for Netflix called The Beast in Me with opposite Claire Danes from the creators of Homeland. I have a fun role that I'll be playing on that show that recurs. And then after that will be the final season of Raising Kanan for Starz, which is a spinoff of the Power universe. I have a nice fun role on that show for the final season. And opposite Patina Miller, who's really cool. She's done a lot of Broadway stuff and just an amazing actor. So those are some fun upcoming projects. And just keeping it moving, just continuing to create. And I think that's important, no matter, if you're in front of the camera all the time, every day, or you have a break in between, to just stay creative, I think is an important thing to do. So that's what I've been doing.
upcoming projects. Yeah, just staying busy, whether it's in front or behind the cameras. I know one thing you've always told me is if there's an opportunity that presents itself, if you think it's worthwhile, do it.
Absolutely.
It's just another stepping stone on the path.
Yeah, exactly. If it seems like a safe option, and it's because it's the days of waiting by I don't think this was ever a good idea, but the days of waiting by the phone for someone to call you up and say, "We want you to make our next picture, kid." We want you to be in our next movie, kid. Those days are gone, and so I think the more you can keep it moving, the better, and the more you can build those relationships, the better, because I'd say like 9 out of 10 jobs that I've gotten over the years have been from relationships that I built as opposed to like through some casting process or, and I've done those too, but it's usually like people who I've worked with who want to work with me again, or they heard about me from somebody else that I worked with and they want to hire me for their project, or they've seen something that I've done and they want, so that's what this business is very big. And I think really any business you're in is very big on like, word of mouth and reputation and, and you just hope that you leave a good impression, because that's how you stay employed pretty much, Yeah.
So while we're still on the topic of kind of projects that you're going to work on, have there been any characters that you've already played that have kind of left a lasting impression?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I did a show called Master of None for Netflix. Did season 2. It's created by this comedian Aziz Ansari and Alan Yang, a really wonderful film director. But anyway, I got to play this because I usually play like a lot of law enforcement officers, like of all different kinds.
Yep.
Like it doesn't matter if I'm in shape, out of shape. It doesn't matter. They're like, give that dude a badge, give him a uniform, make him jump off of something. But this was one time where I was like playing like this blue collar, like just Manhattan doorman who was dealing with all the residents in his building for this particular episode of Master of None, and I just thought it was so it was just a fun exploration as an actor to play that kind of character, and it was a refreshing role for me, and it was funny and a little sad too, and it was a good ride. I think that was a good one, and I love the blue collar roles sometimes, there've been a few over the years, but that was one that stuck out.
Mm-hmm. I know
Eddie the Doorman, Master of None, season 2, episode New York, I love you.
You know all of the details. I mean, you have to put it on a resume, so you probably should.
I mean, you memorize these things, and some you forget about, actually, surprisingly, because I have probably over 70 credits on. In the business now, and official credits, the ones that were listed, probably 1,000 altogether that weren't. But you do forget some after a while if they don't come, nothing comes of it, or it's just like a little project on the side that you're doing, and it's hard to keep up, right?
Yeah.
But it's always fun. In the moment, whatever it is.
Yeah, I know one of my personal favorite roles that I've seen you in is Prodigal Son as JT.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one.
It's one of my personal favorites. I just love the television series itself, but I also love the arc that your character went through. Although it was a shortened series, that your character had an amazing arc. Did you have any part in kind of developing that?
Not a lot. No, I unfortunately, that show was great. It was a victim of the pandemic, but we had 2 really great seasons. Myself, Lou Diamond Phillips, Aurora Perrineau, really fun cast, and the creators were oh, okay, it's fine. We're just filming here. We're just shooting a podcast. It's just come sit on my lap. You just have to sit here and pretend like everything is just wonderful. So this is Hendrix, everybody. This is my son, 6-year-old son here. He actually helped me in the process of making Be True to Your School. He was on the set there. Many of the, I don't know. I thought you did some stuff. That's help, right? Me either. I can barely remember anything anymore either. We're getting old.
Like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I know. It's like ages. It's like decades ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we talking about?
JT, your character of JT.
Oh, yeah. No, I had no say in anything that happened. I could put in a few words here and there, but in the end, the creators in the studio, they make their decisions. And, you can squirm and scream all you want, but in the end, like for example, like I think I had a son that was born like second season, and I had all these big dreams of having a scene with like the birth and like just like taking him home and doing all this stuff and having a home life. And they're like, it's gonna be a Polaroid picture. That's all we're gonna see, and it's gonna be a baby that looks like just landed from an alien ship. I was like, wow, okay, I could have given you a picture of my real son. Yeah. That would have been better. No, didn't even ask.
But at that point, you have to kind of grit your teeth and go, yes, this picture is my son.
Yeah, This picture is, or just say, no, I hate it, but then you got to still film the scene anyway. Mm-hmm. But in general, it was a good experience. But I learned a lot about how the soup is made behind the scenes, and how much power or no power certain people have, depending on their positions, and as a series regular on a show, I had a lot more say in things than somebody who just came in for a day or two to shoot a role. But overall, I didn't have the ultimate decision, and so that's in the end you have to decide. You're like, okay, then maybe I want to make my own television series, then, so that I have a little bit more power. But then I talked to the creators, and they're like, dude, this is a great job, but like, we don't have all the power you think we have. We have to answer the studios and the networks. And, it's a lot of chefs in the kitchen. And in the end, I think the most creative power comes from independent projects, sometimes the least money. But you get to show people your signature by creating, things like this, series for YouTube, whatever it is that you do where that you have full control, most of the control over the situation. So that you can end up being like a Donald Glover or like an Issa Rae or whatever, because somebody saw your show on YouTube that you had full control over. And then when they hire you, you can say, yeah, I'll do it as long as I can keep this flavor when we start making it for the big network, Okay, all right, we'll let you have control. No problem. It's no problem, Yep. All right, thanks, But that's a rare thing. And you have to work to achieve that, that kind of autonomy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we talked a lot about, obviously, it's very clear that you are well experienced in this industry.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Both theater and film from all aspects.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's watching this right now,
anyone
who's watching this right now, if you could offer them advice about the film industry, whether it's in acting, directing, producing, cinematography, any of it,
yes,
what piece of advice would you give them?
Just quit. I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, it's what I said before. Exactly what I said before. Don't wait for someone to call you up and tell you you're going to be the next great director, or just because you got out of a nice film school or something, you think somebody's going to call you up because they saw your student thesis in a festival or whatever. No. Just keep it moving. Create your own product, your own signature. Keep writing and directing. If you're an actor as well, it goes for you too. Just get together with like-minded people. Create your own stuff. Show people what you can do before they come knocking. And then they will come knocking if it's any good. And if it isn't, then you'll move on and find another industry, or you'll find another part of the industry that you fit better in. But make sure to continue to create on your own before people come knocking. Yeah, that's the best way in.
Yeah, I mean, that's advice I live by now, thanks to you.
Yeah, so. And you do. You are living by it very well. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's an ever-growing industry. So my personal philosophy is you can never reach perfection, because in this industry, there's no such thing. Because if you reach perfection, the only way to go back is down.
That's right. Yeah, people have done that. They have been at the highest heights and fallen very, very far. I've been fortunate enough to be on the A-list most of my life, and, Brad Pitt wishes he could hang with me. And, at the same time, I can still walk down the street and they're not tearing my shirt off like they do Brad. But they still yell and they scream and they just fall all over themselves when I get out of my car. And it's like, Grandma, calm down, But, it's in all seriousness, I have had, and who knows where the industry will lead, right? Mm-hmm. Fame is fun and everything, like at the level that I'm at, there's like a level like right above me. Mm-hmm. And whether I stay here or get to that next level, for me, it's not about the fame, and it never has been, although that can be fun, right? It's more about the ability to pick up the phone or send an email or whatever it is you do, send a text or a tweet or send a raven or whatever it is, and get what you want creatively. I want to do this project. Okay, you're famous in a way that we like, so we'll let you do this. Oh, I want to actually have access to this director or this writer. Okay, no problem. We'll let you do it, Meryl Streep. You know, yeah, because you're Meryl Streep. Yeah, it's fun to be Meryl Streep, just be famous, right? But, you know, or who's like Zendaya or something, you know? It's like, for the younger folks out there, Zendaya, Greatest Showman.
Oh, yes.
Oh, one of our we've been watching that thing. We've seen it about 1,000 times.
It's a good movie. It's got really good music.
I'm a big. I just love Hugh Jackman, Zendaya. I love all those. I love circuses. So you want to talk about a non sequitur? What do you call it? Something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. I just laid it out there for you.
The Greatest Showman.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I have a question for you, Henrix. What's your favorite song in The Greatest Showman?
Yeah, he's singing all the time too.
No, I put you on the spot.
Oh. Right here, right now. I put the offer out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I can't sing, but
I can't. I love the musical, but it's on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot remember.
Yeah, they're sitting at the bar, right?
Yes.
Him and Zach, and they're making this deal.
Is it The Other Side?
The Other Side.
Is it The Other Side?
That's the one.
I was going to say, if we couldn't figure it out, I'm sure if we couldn't figure it out, our editors would put something on the bottom of the screen saying, "Editors note: the title of the song is The Other Side."
There it is. There it is. We figured it out, though.
We got
Less work for them.
We did it. Yes. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and just do a couple fun questions.
Let's have fun.
Yes. And I guess these questions are open to you as well, Henrix.
Oh.
Okay. So
you're part of the interview.
First off,
wait, show everybody those teeth real quick. Give them a good smile. Smile in this B cam right
smile
here.
at this camera here.
We're gonna do our own cover of "All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth" this season, so look out for it.
Oh.
Starring Hendrix.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sorry, your question.
Yes. Okay. So if you were in a Marvel or DC film, what character would you want to play?
I mean, obviously Superman or Batman, but that's not gonna happen unless I work out a lot. But I would Batman. Right? Okay, I'll hit the gym. No, it'd be. So you'd play Batman?
Batman. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see you do that. You'd rock that, man.
I have a black man costume. I can't find the belt though.
Well, by the time you're old enough to do that, I could be your Alfred. No, but I would say like Joker. I'd love to play Joker. I'd love to rock my version of. Yeah, it's great. Batman's greatest enemy. I'd love to play the Joker.
And I do this.
And I don't even know what my left. You do what?
And I do this to you.
You just flick me to death?
Yeah.
You're not gonna flip me, Batman.
Whoa!
That was good. So that's
Batman,
I'd say
Batman and Joker.
something like that. Something like that. Yeah,
Awesome.
Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
I'll wait till he's old enough to play Batman, and otherwise, and play Alfred.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Next question. You had a documentary made about your life.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you want to play yourself?
Oh,
Other than
Lord.
yourself.
Oh my gosh, I really don't have it. There's no one I really want to play me right now that I think is really.
No one's capable of achieving.
I think they're
that
capable.
level.
I just don't see them. I can't see it right now.
Mm.
You know, because the people I see are like too old to play me now. Like from my if they started when I was younger up until now. You know, like if I were to say like, I don't know, like Jeffrey Wright or something, it's like doesn't make any sense. He's older than me. So as far as the younger generation goes, a lot of talented people out there, but I just can't see anybody right now. There is one. What's his name? Aaron Pierre. He's good. He's playing one of those superheroes now coming up. I don't know. Or Reggie Page from what's that British Shonda Rhimes Netflix series? They're all in the royal family.
Is it Bridgerton?
Bridgerton. Yeah, him.
Okay.
You know, I guess maybe at the young, because I looked more like him when I was younger. As far as the older me, I don't know who would play the older me.
Yeah, maybe in a couple years down the line, Hendrix could play you.
Yeah, if you really wanted to do that, yeah, totally, yeah.
Do you think you'd be capable of doing that?
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's got it down.
But
He's
confidence,
confident.
man, that's important. You
Yeah.
gotta have a thick skin.
Confidence
That's
is
the number
important.
one right thing, and I think to remember about this business and any business. particularly entertainment, is the thicker your skin is, the better, because 9 out of 10 answers will be no. And then you'll get that one yes every now and then. The key is to not get too excited or down about either of those answers. If you get the no, do me a favor and scratch a little harder and a little louder. Just take the wood right off that table. All right. No.
I'll do exactly what you said.
All right, but I don't want you to get a splinter in those nails, buddy. Not on camera. And
Not on camera.
I would say, like, don't let the victories or the disappointments set you off too far in any direction. You know, be excited when you have a win, and then get back to work. Be a little down when you have a loss, and then get back to work. That's the only way to survive. And keep a tight circle around you of people that you can trust. That's why you see the same people working with the same people over and over again, because you need people in this industry. You need a pod of people who you can really trust, because there'll be a lot of folks out there trying to, I don't know, do you wrong, take you down. For whatever reason, who knows why?
Yeah.
Just jealousy? I don't know.
Like you said, surround yourself with like-minded people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, so the final kind of fun question. It's very similar to the previous one. So if your favorite film was being remade, what would it be, and what character would you cast yourself as?
Man, there's so many, but I don't know. I have a few dramas in mind, but I think I'd lean more toward, like, there's like Groundhog Day. I'd love to play that Bill Murray role.
Okay, yeah.
Or there's like, Sideways, like, the Paul Giamatti wine country movie, where they're all traveling out to like Napa Valley. But then, like, old school wise, I'd say, like, I'd love to play, what's that role Casablanca is the movie, but like a modern, sort of a remake of Casablanca and play the Humphrey Bogart role. That'd be fun. But I don't know. I mean, remakes, it's got to be right, otherwise it's like, it's pointless. Might as well make something original, Yeah, remakes are hard. Uncle Buck? I don't know. I'm just kidding. Off. Love all those John Candy movies. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Oh, we need a modern version of that. That's right, gents. That's right.
Well, I mean, you said if there's something that you ever want to do it yourself, so you can make that remake.
Yeah, someday. Once I do all this stuff that's more important, then that'll just be like a fun, like, one-off if I get the chance to do it. That's a good one.
Once you've made it and you're able to go to somebody and say, hey,
can
you fund this movie for me?
Exactly.
Yes. Cool. Yes.
Once I make it, we'll make some calls.
Well, thank you so much, Frank, for coming and chatting. Hope you enjoy your coffee.
It's very good.
Yes.
It's very good.
I am very much enjoying my chai.
It's good.
Thank you again to Flip Side for letting us come here and chat. This is amazing. You have anything you want to shout out? Any upcoming projects? Where can they find you on social media?
Oh, yes.
Or if someone has questions, how can they contact you?
Well, you can reach me at Frank Harts truly on Instagram, so I have a podcast that's going to be premiering on all major platforms in a few weeks, called Hearts and Minds, and it's a podcast. It's all about dads and dadding, but from an international perspective as well as U.S. So we get a global perspective on being a parent, being a dad. Which I find sort of refreshing to hear the different points of view from around the world. So we have some really good guests in the can already, and some really awesome celebrities lined up, and also non-celebrities who are really cool dads as well. And so that's called Hearts and Minds. It'll be on Apple and Spotify, all YouTube, all the major platforms very soon here. And I already mentioned how you can reach me if you have any questions at Frank Harts Truly on Instagrams. And that's it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. My phone number is 646-310.
You got that, right? You got that? Yeah, I think they've got it.
They got it? Good.
All right.
50 grand. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Did you have anything you wanted to say to the camera before we stop recording, Hendrix?
Where's next?
Nope. All right.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you liked what you saw, or you want us to host an episode at your business, feel free to let us know. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for more videos like this, check out the radar.online.